Hi, this is Matt with Inmate Search Info. Today we're going to be looking at how to find Pennsylvania inmates. The Pennsylvania Department of Corrections offers two types of searches to help you find those that are currently under the supervision of the Department of Corrections, either an inmate locator or a parolee locator. Obviously, those that are currently inmates are those that are in facilities. Those that are parolees are under supervision but on parole. Now, Pennsylvania has about 47,000 inmates based on the most recent statistics I was able to find. So that's probably one reason why they've separated the two out, because obviously there are probably quite a few on parole as well. So you'd get a ton of results if they didn't separate them. You may have to run two separate types of searches. Not included in the results that you're going to get are going to be people who have been in the system, have been under supervision, or even on parole, probation. It doesn't include those folks that have already kind of graduated from that. So if you're trying to find someone, if you're not sure if they're still in a facility, you may have to run a general type of background check, and that's something that we have information on in our Inmate Search page for Pennsylvania that you can find in the description below. But for now, we're going to take a look at an inmate search based on a pretty common name, one we typically use here at Inmate Search Info, Michael Smith. And Pennsylvania does allow you to do some kind of filtering because, 37,000 or 47,000 is a lot of people. And so you may get a bunch of hits if you have just some very basic information to go on. So the better you can filter it, the better. You're also able to sort your results by name, by committing county, date of birth, location. So they do let you kind of organize the data. Not every page does that. You get kind of a mix of all kinds of things, and you have to just go through all of them. So the more information you can put in, the better as far as the results are concerned. So running our search here, we have, 19 records. You can, have them all on one page, which is good. And because we selected searching by date of birth, starting from the oldest to the youngest person that matches. Now, as you can see by the names here, they are giving you results for aliases as well. So if we click on this one, this Mark Swift had a number of AKAs or aliases, and one of which was Michael Smith. So that's why this result came up. So fortunately, if you know someone by a name that may not be their actual legal name, you should hopefully still get some results. That's not the case for every state. So that's one good thing with the Pennsylvania inmate searches. So some pretty stripped down information here, obviously age, date of birth, ethnicity, but we don't have information on the crimes committed. It doesn't appear that there's information on kind of expected release dates, parole dates, things like that. So, there is a photo. You don't have the option not to see the photo. Some states let you do that if you don't want to see the person, but you see it here whether you want to or not. So just keep that in mind. They also don't have historical photos. Some states will let you look through the past. So if they were booked in, even decades before, they'll have a photo of kind of when they came in and progressively throughout the years, so that if you don't recognize them from the photo, that's a present photo, presumably, you'll be able to see them as they were in the past, which may be more helpful. But again, that's not something that Pennsylvania does here. So pretty basic page. They do give you the print option. Now, as far as location, one nice thing that they do, and again, this inmate number is going to be important as it relates to visitation or contacting. But if you click on the location link, they take you directly to the page where the person's located. They give you some contact details here. So for inmate letters, they do have a phone number as well if you're trying to find out a little more about, the visitation, because they give you a lot of info. They give you the history. They give you the programs that are available in that particular facility. And they'd mention generally visitation, like some of the restrictions, but they don't give you kind of like hours or days that you can visit. So you may actually have to contact them directly to get that info. So they, like I say, have that contact info there with the address, all of which can be helpful. So as I mentioned, these are all current inmates, so you're not going to find anyone that would have been in the past, unless they're obviously a repeat offender. But that's the limitation. Now, if we try the same search, let's just see what happens if maybe they give you some information on parole and things like that. Okay, so we've got our parolee search set up. So I've clicked this instead of the inmate just to see what we get here. Oh, must be a lot of results. More than the previous one, but they will let you show all of them on one page. And if we click on one, let's just see. Oh, okay, so we do still have a photo. We don't have any other information aside from, we do have this district office. So if you're trying to get in touch with the parole kind of supervising authority, that would be, I guess, the information that you would need for that. So again, we have our AKAs, obviously pretty basic page, just like with the regular inmate search, but with the addition of the office that I guess is supervising. So that may be helpful. Some states will give you things like the actual parole officer that's in charge of them or responsible for them or that they report to. Not the case for Pennsylvania. So that pretty much summarizes what Pennsylvania is able to offer you in terms of searches. The information to find this page, as well as information on other types of Pennsylvania offender searches, helpful hints, tips, tricks, and useful links, contact information, and a whole lot more can be found on our page in the link below at Inmate Search Info. Thanks so much for watching.